So in this case, Shuddhavadakasana, completely relax your body down. Make sure your chin is tucked just a little bit so you're on the back of your head and not on your neck. And then walk your shoulder blades just a tiny bit underneath your shoulders so that they go flat on the mat. You don't have any bumps there or uncomfortable poking. And we're going to be here for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes maybe. And let gravity just kind of weigh down the knees and the inner thighs. If it gets too stretchy and you feel like it's pulling too much, either come out of the pose or put a block under each of your knees in order to support that. Otherwise, you take your attention to your breathing, go right into your heart center. Leave everything outside the room that doesn't belong here, please, and breathe in your heart center. Everything you scan your body, see how it's feeling this morning or this afternoon. See if you can relax through the belly area, through the sacrum, through the hips, the groin area, the thighs. Relax and breathe. As you breathe deeply into the heart center, see if you can just imagine starting at the bottom of the lungs and filling up to the top towards your collarbones. Maybe even separating the collarbones because you filled it up with air so much. And then as you exhale very slowly, 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 reverse that. Just take your time with it. We have nothing else that we're going to do just yet. So stay with it slowly and very mindfully. Feel your rib cage expanding on your inhales. Feel the side ribs expand out. Maybe on your next inhale, check in with your back ribs. Feel them push into the mat underneath. And then bring it around the side ribs into the front ribs to fill up the entire rib cage here. And on your exhale, you just kind of reverse out of that. Try that one more time. Nice deep inhale. Separate the collarbones. Feel the side ribs expand out. And feel those back ribs push into the mat. Deep, deep breathing. Pushing oxygen into every cell of the body. This is where the health starts. This is where it all begins, is with your breathing. Ever so mindful. And then if you'll put your fingertips lightly on your belly, I want you to breathe into the belly. So push the belly out as you inhale. Let the diaphragm push down into the belly and push down. And then as you exhale, the belly contracts. Do a few of those, please. Very mindfully, very slowly. Inhaling into the belly. Exercise that diaphragm. Push the belly out. And on the exhale, feel that contraction. Three more of those. Nice deep inhales into the belly. See if you can keep your inner thighs relaxed. Calves are relaxed, shins are relaxed. Push the belly out on the inhale. Exhale, contract. See if you can get very comfortable. One more. Deep inhale. And exhale. Good. The bottom of the exhale, then you can start to bring the knees up. If you haven't done that already, use your hands to help you. Just bring them up. Oh boy, it's a nice deep stretch. We let gravity help us there. Pull your knees into your chest and rock and roll side to side. Maybe up to one hip and then the other. Pulling the knees in rather tight, rather close, so you get a nice stretch through that low back. Nice and slow and easy, very gentle. And then the feet come flat to the mat, knees up, and we're going to cross this right foot over the left knee. For thread the needle, press that right knee out. Flex both feet purposefully as you pick up the left leg. Interlace behind that left knee. And just pull the left knee towards your left shoulder. Thread the needle going into that right hip. Breathe into it. Have the left knee in line with your left shoulder. And breathe into your right hip. Your lumbar spine, your entire spine should be flat on the mat here. Should feel pretty nice. As you breathe deeply, see if you can flatten the rib cage into the mat. A little more. Flatten the lumbar into the mat. A little more. And let the hip just open up. Two more. Deep inhales and exhales. And again, deep inhale and exhale. Good. And then we're going to just drop that left foot down, unhook the right one, and change sides. Flex both feet as you pick up this right knee. Thread the needle here, interlace behind your right knee, and bring the right knee towards your right shoulder. And breathe into your left hip. Nice deep inhales and exhales. See if you can flatten out the sacrum on the mat. Have the entire spine flat on the mat as you breathe. Nice. Pressing that left knee out to the side. Bringing the right knee maybe a little closer towards your right shoulder. A couple more breaths. Take your time. Good. And then as you're ready, you can release the hands, bring both knees together, and pull them into your chest once again. Pull them in kind of tight and rock and roll side to side, up over the sacrum and the spine and the kidneys. As you rock gently, just breathe with it. Find this little rhythm in the body. Feels good. Good, and then take the knees up to 90 degrees. Arms come out to the side, below the shoulders, but out kind of like angel wings. And drop your knees over to the right side. Stack one on top of the other. Allow them to come all the way down to the mat and up as close to that right hand as possible. And then maybe take the right hand and put it on top of your thigh. Then take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, take your gaze to the left. Reach out with that left arm and bring the shoulder blade down to the mat. And then feel your entire spinal twist. And the entire body get heavy in the twist. Breathe into that. Very good for the spine. A nice healthy spine loves to twist. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and bring the knees up and over the top. And then drop them over to the left side. Nice and easy. Softly bring them to the ground. Ooh. Bring the knees up as close to that left arm as possible. Once they're down, relax them. Put your left hand on top of the thigh. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, take your gaze to the right and reach out through that right arm. Twist. And then let your body get heavy into the twist. And breathe it. Just relax into the breath. Good, and then on an exhale, start to bring those knees up and over the top. Once again, pull the knees into the chest and rock and roll side to side. Send the knees away, and then as they come, you come up on your left hip, pull the knees in tight so you can feel the stretch in the low back. And as you roll over to the right hip, pull the knees in tight, stretch that low back. Once again, to the left, pull them in, and then to the right, pull them in. Good. And then, as we come to center, let's just pick the feet up, the knees bent, separate the knees as wide as you can, and then reach out to the outsides of the feet for a happy baby. So your feet are up as though they're standing on the ceiling. That's it. And you reach out to the outside of those feet, and then pull straight down. Keep the tailbone, the sacrum flat on the mat. And just pull straight down on the feet as though you're going to bring the knees to the floor, to the outside of your torso. Breathe deeply into the torso again. Just let everything expand and contract as you breathe. And again, nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, let's bring the feet, the soles of the feet together over the top of your chest. And you see if you can interlace your fingers over those feet. And then bring the feet up over the head. You have a window there between the knees. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lift your head up and look between the window, right through that window. And bring your feet over your head some more to get a nice back stretch. And then inhale and let your torso go down, your head go down, hold the feet up. Exhale, pull the feet over the top of the head again and look through that window. Stretch that back. And then inhale, bring it down once again, very nice. And then we're gonna let the feet come down off to the side. We're gonna roll to the side, press ourselves up into an easy seated position. Just take it nice and easy. And then as you find your seated position, come up high on the sit bones. Palms are up on the knees, maybe. Yeah. Neutralize the pelvis and straight the spine all the way up to the top of the head. Back of the head is in line with your spine. Top of the head has a string pulling up, 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 up. Breathe into your heart center here. And then exhale it down very slowly. Now imagine that I buried a golden thread underneath the tailbone. On your inhale, bring that golden thread up through the tailbone, through the spine, behind the neck, behind the head, over the crown of the head, and place it right into your third eye. As you exhale, take it out of the third eye, over the top of the head, the back of the neck, down the spine, and bury that golden thread back into the ground. So take your time with your breath. Let's do 4 of these. Inhaling deeply, lifting the golden thread up. Pull the belly in. As you follow the thread up and over the top of the head and into that third eye. That's your inhale. Exhale it out. Watch it go over the top of the head and down, down until it buries into the ground once again. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Just watch the breath. Watch that golden thread come into the third eye. Exhale it out. Take the time to be with you here. Bury the golden thread down and then inhale it up once again. Over the top of the head into your third eye. Exhale it out, over the top. Bury it. 1 more, please. Deep inhale. Put it right in the third eye. And then as you exhale, follow the thread up and over the top of the head and then down your spine. And take it back into the earth. Very nice. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Touch the thumbs right into the sternum. Drop your shoulders. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, bow your head. And I'd like you to scan your body right here and see how you're feeling today. Breathe deeply while you're scanning and checking it out. Okay? Send oxygen to all of the cells, every cell in the body. You want to feed those cells. You want them to be healthy. So breathe deeply, take it in, and breathe it completely out. Very nice. And then you can let your hands come back to the lap and raise your face and open your eyes very gently. Maybe put a smile on your face because it will soften all of those muscles for you. And then take the arms up, look up to the thumbs. Exhale, take a nice forward fold. Reach out with the hands. Maybe come to the fingertips here and then inhale, lengthen through your spine, wherever you are. And then maybe your torso will come down a little deeper. And you can reach out through those fingertips, drop your head and let it relax. Breathe deeply into the belly twice. Good. At the bottom of the exhale, pull the belly in first. Walk the hands back towards your torso. as you stack one vertebra on top of the other until the top of the head reaches for the sky. And then change the cross of these legs and do that again. Inhale and lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reach it out wherever you can take it to. Wherever it goes is perfectly good for you. Maybe you'll reach out with your fingertips. Stretch out the spine through the armpits. Let your head drop. And then inhale into the belly twice. Send that oxygen throughout your hips and your low back. And at the bottom of the exhale, pull the belly in first and walk the hands back towards your torso. Stack one vertebra on top of the other until the top of the head reaches for the sky. Oh, yeah. And then let's pick up the knees and take the legs out to the side. Woohoo! I don't know when's the last time you did this one, but oh boy, here we go. Now, if you can sit up nice and straight and tall, and then flex the toes, pull the toes back towards you, keep these knees activated, and then point the toes. Push them straight up. And then flex them back towards you, push through the heels. And then stretch them out once again, nice point. One more time, pull the toes up, push through the heels, and then hold them there. Good. Take your hands behind you. And then we're gonna take the shoulders, bend into the elbows, scoop the shoulder blades underneath your heart center and press into the mat and pick your heart up. And have the top of the head just reaching up, up, and away. Breathe into your heart center. Send oxygen through every nook and cranny in your body. Take your breath in through the nose if you want to, and out the mouth. Stretch your neck, stretch your heart. Good. On your next inhale, pick the head up first and get your bearings. And then walk your hands towards your torso as you straighten it out. And then the hands are going to come in front. Pull this belly in as you walk yourself forward. Just go however far you can. Try to keep the knees as straight as possible. It's a hamstring stretch, obviously, not to mention your hips and your hip flexors. Low back, as high up as you are, even if you're seated almost straight up and down. Pick your head up, please, and see if you can push through the heels to straighten through the knees. And that will be your stretch right there. That's it. Okay, you don't have to go any further if you don't want to. If you can hold those knees down, then you can walk forward. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Just be in your stretch, pushing through those heels. And while you bring the torso down, if you're able to do that at all, you breathe and work the breath into the body. Lengthening through that spine. Pick your head up so it grows right off your spine. Only go so far as you can just feel that lovely stretch on the inner thighs, under your knees. Just be at the edge of that stretch and breathe it. Breathe 2 more times. Maybe the torso will release just a little bit. Your hips might release a little bit. Who knows? And it might go a little deeper. It might not. But that's okay. And then start to walk the hands back towards your torso. Pull the belly in until you're seated straight up and down once again. And then pick these knees up and bring the feet together. And then we're going to rock and roll side to side. And give your hips a little massage right there. Good. Yep. Good. Let's go over here and grab these blocks. Wherever your blocks happen to be. And then we're going to take them to the front of the mat. Come to your hands and knees here. Settle your blocks out to the edges of the mat. And then come to the hands behind the blocks and the knees. And do a couple of cat-cow stretches. So we inhale into a nice cow stretch. Stretch your neck. Exhale. Cross the hands and push your back body up. Stretch right between your shoulder blades. Tuck your chin. Inhale, cow stretch. Look up and stretch your neck. Exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Push into a cat. One more time. Inhale, looking up. Stretch. Exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Push your back body up. Get a nice deep stretch. And then as you come to neutral, find your blocks. Maybe crawl your knees up a little bit closer to the blocks. And then we're going to take this right foot and step through the blocks. And then we're going to come forward to lunge. So you're going to find your left hip flexor here. Use your blocks to put your weight into that, but press into that right foot and turn on this hamstring here, okay, so that you're pushing your hips away from your thigh. Lift your torso high, and feel that lovely hip flexor on the left side. Now, if you can press into that right foot, get your balance, see if you can let go of the blocks. And then up come the arms for a nice crescent move. Lovely stretch. Breathe. Good for you. And then let's exhale and bring these hands down to the block. Okay, and then we're going to curl that back toe under. And with hands on the block, just pick your back knee up. There you go. Nice. And then allow the knee to come down gently. Keep the toes curled under. One more time. Inhale, the knee comes up. Push it back. Yep. Good. And then exhale the knee down. And then let's just point that back toe. Pull back to your back knee. Straighten through that front leg, the right leg. So now you're standing up on the back knee. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Yeah, I don't want you to be pushed forward at all. Try to be straight up on that knee here. Yeah. And then as you fold over the leg, okay, pull your hips back, and you're going into that hamstring once again. So stretch into that. Breathe into that. Nice deep stretch. Good. Again, deep inhale. Nice. Then we're going to walk that blocks back towards that right foot and come back to the right foot into lunge once again. Your foot comes straight down and you lean forward into that a little bit so that you get your hip flexor stretch down here. Yeah. And then as you press into the blocks, careful with that. Pick your foot up, bring both knees together, feet together. Sit back on your heels, bring your hands back by these feet, and roll over the tops of your thighs. Just curl over and let your shoulders relax and let your neck relax. Give yourself a nice back body stretch and breathe into the belly. Give it a massage into your thighs. Good. Since we're here, bring the hands underneath your shoulders and just sit up on your heels. And let's stretch out these ankles. Sit up nice and high. Take the shoulders and elbows back. Stretch out the tops of the feet and ankles. Breathe into this. And then when you come forward, the hands, shake the feet out. And let's curl the toes under this time. So we can go into a toe squat. We're just going to sit back on the heels once again and stretch the toes and the soles of your feet. Shoulders go back, elbows go back, top of the head lifts. Breathe. Stretch the soles of the feet. Good. On your exhale, come forward, shake that off. And then we're coming back to the blocks to step the left foot through this time. And find lunge, low lunge. There you go. Bring it forward. And then as you press into that left foot, see if you can pull your hips away from your thigh, your left thigh. Just pull it up. Yeah. And you get a nice deep hip flexor stretch right here. Turn on the thigh, turn on the hamstring on that left leg. Maybe take the arms out to the side and bring them up. Crescent moon. Breathe here. Very nice. One more deep inhale. Exhale, the hands are going to come down to the blocks. And as you walk the blocks back, come up on the back knee high. And then straighten through the front leg. Pull your toes back towards you. Straighten it out. Inhale, lift high. And exhale, pull the hips back as you lay over that leg. Oh, hello, hamstring, once again. And breathe. Every time you exhale, maybe your torso will go down just a little bit more. Maybe not yet, but eventually. Good, and when you're ready, take the blocks off the mat, up in front of you, and then bring that foot back, so the knees are together, the feet are together, sit back, hands come back to your feet, and curl over the thighs here. Low cocoon. Breathe into the belly and let your shoulders completely relax with your neck. And breathe, push your belly into your thighs. Give it a little massage. Good. And then as your head comes up and your hands come forward, straighten them out. Put all your knuckles on that mat. You get rid of that block. Put all your knuckles on the mat and then lift your hips up. And we're going to curl the toes under. And we're going to pick the hips up higher. Woo! And find downward facing dog. Push it all the way back for your dog. Let your head relax down, look at your feet, and just press into the hands. Just lengthen through the spine. See if you can push your hips back till they're standing over your heels. Or as close to it as you can. Good. And then come up high on the balls of the feet. And notice how your weight shifts forward to your hands. Press the heels back down, push into those hands, and send your hips back to the heels again. Lengthen through the spine. This is your downward facing dog. Then step or walk or jump your feet up between the hands. Inhale, come up halfway. See if you can lengthen through the knees. Exhale, forward fold. And then heel and toe these feet hips width apart. And hang forward. Now, if you can keep the knees straight, you're working on the hamstrings once again. You can grab opposite elbows and just hang and let your shoulders and neck relax and head. Just relax, maybe sway your hips side to side and feel those hamstrings as they stretch out a little bit. Breathe. Uttanasana, forward fold. And again, nice deep inhale. Good. Exhale. Let's let the hands come down to the mat. If they make it down to the mat. If not, just put them on your shins, but let them dangle. Now, bend your knees. Bend them, bend them, bend them. Then press and let your arms dangle. Let your head dangle as you roll your body up, 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 up. Pushing into the feet until the top of the head reaches for the sky. Very slowly coming up. Oh. And then pick the shoulders up and take them back. Woo. And again, pick the shoulders up and take them back. Down your back. Nicely done. Now reverse that. Take them back and lift. And forward. Take them back and lift. And forward. Oh. Here's here. Okay, let's find our Tadasana. First standing pose. So the feet come together as best you can for balance. Come towards the top of your mat. And then if your balance is not really good with your feet together, it's okay to separate them a bit. If you can maybe bring the big toes together, separate your heels, or just have your feet separate. That works. And then I want you to pick up your toes. So you have to kind of lean back onto the heels, pick your toes up, spread them out. And then imagine four corners of the feet on the mat. And then as you allow the toes to come back to the mat, your ankles are hugging. The muscles are hugging your ankles while you let the toes come down. Don't lose that. And then continue hugging the muscles, engage every muscle through the calf, the shins, pick up your knees, pull the belly, tuck your pelvis under, zip up through the belly to your breastbone, shoulders down the back. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. Top of the head reaches for the sky. Chin is parallel to the floor. Parallel to the floor. Breathe. You should have all of the muscles in your body working. Shoulders going down your back purposefully. Top of the head, you're lifting through the neck. Spine is as straight as it can be. Legs are very solid. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathe. Nice. On your next inhale, take the arms up. Look up to your thumbs. Exhale, big swan dive, forward fold. Take your hands to your shins. Inhale, come up halfway and look up and out. Exhale, forward fold. And then take the arms out to the side. Stand up with a flat back. Look up to the thumbs. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and back to Tadasana. Once again. Yeah, nice. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, big swan dive, forward fold. Hands to the shins. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, look at your knees, let your head drop, then press the feet, arms come out to the side, stand all the way up, look up your thumbs, and then exhale back into Tadasana. So curl the pelvis under, pull the belly in, zip it up through the breastbone, shoulders down your back, chin parallel to the floor, breathe. Nice. Let's step wide on the mat. Just step to one side or the other of your mat. You can face that direction or that direction. Hopefully you can hear me and see me. Move your blanket off the mat so it's out of your way, just in case. And when you step wide, you would like to have a symmetrical triangle here. So the width between your feet is about the length of a leg, if that's possible for you. Then take your arms out to the side. Now be in Tadasana. Press to the outsides of the feet. Engage the calves. Pick up the knees. Engage your thighs. Pull the belly in. Tuck the pelvis under. There you go. Top of the head reaches for the sky. Exhale, bring the hands behind you and interlace them. And then we'll just open up the heart center. See if we can take the shoulders back. Maybe lift the hands up if possible. Take your gaze up. And then we're going to fold forward. Just take another Uttanasana, wide-legged Uttanasana. Forward fold. And let the arms just go, keep going over the top of the head, wherever they want to go to. Breathe here. Keep your legs nice and solid. And then take one more deep inhale and release the hands down underneath your shoulders. If they come to the mat, great. If they don't, just put a block underneath your hands to build the mat or bring the floor up to you. And then see if you can stretch through those knees. And then inhale, look up and lengthen. Just like we did earlier in our other Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Behave as though the top of the head wants to reach for the floor when you fold down. And hang. Let your hands just dangle here, wherever they are. Fly your tailbone nice and high. Push to the outsides of the feet to be on all four corners of the feet. Good. And then we're going to reach the right hand around the right ankle. And we're going to reach the left hand around that hand. And we're going to pull our nose towards our right knee. Just be here for a moment, couple of breaths. Working the hips and working the hamstrings quite a bit. And then if you'll take your left hand and don't touch the floor, just take it around to your left ankle. And then bring that right one around over the top of your left. And then pull your nose towards your left knee. And breathe. Try not to let your hips slide one way or the other. Keep them stable. Keep breathing. Woo, good. And then as we come forward, come back to center here for just a moment. Put your hands down on your blocks or on the mat. And then we're going to walk towards the right foot. And we're going to turn the right leg straight out and come into a lunge. Facing me. You come up on the ball of the back foot. And you're going to face me and lunge. So bring that one block to the other side of your knee, to your right side. Yeah, and the other block is on your left there. That's it. So your knee is high, and you're on the ball of the back foot. As best you can, take a deep inhale, and then exhale. Let's bring that left knee down to the mat. Yeah, just bring it down for a second, gently. And then inhale and lift it up. Good. And then we're going to step into those hands either on the blocks or on the mat and step back to dog. Let's see if you can step right back to dog from here and walk it out. You can take a vinyasa if you want to, or just go right to dog. Up to you. Bend one knee, push through the heel of the other foot, stretch through that calf. Let's get as much deep stretching in here as we can because we like it so much. And then we're going to pick up this left foot and bring it forward to the right or to the left hand for lunge. Yep. Bring it up as high as you can. Use blocks on either side of the foot. Pick up the back knee as high as it will go. Pick it up. And then on the exhale, take the knee and let it go to the mat. The right knee, gently. And then inhale, lift it up higher, lift. And then exhale, bring the knee down again. Right, there we go. And then inhale, let's pull that knee up, press into the hands, and let's step back to dog once again. Push it all the way back. Stretch through those arms. Bring your head towards the mat. That's it. Nicely done. Inhale, come up high on the balls of the feet. Shift your weight forward and then allow the knees to come very gently to an 8 count down to the mat. 7, 6, pull the belly in. 5, 4, 3, the knees are getting closer to the mat. Let them hover. See if you can pull the belly in and hold them up, and then let them come down gently to the mat. Big toes come together behind you. Knees go out, maybe as wide as your mat if you can. Sit back on the heels and find child's pose. Just bring it all the way down and relax. Forehead comes down to the mat. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Get a nice stretch through your low back. Breathe here. Good. And then when you're ready, we're just going to pick the head up and walk these hands back towards you. Let's bring the feet out so they're going directly behind your knees. So they're separated and directly behind. Now you can either take a block if you need it and settle it underneath your hips and sit back. Or sit down onto a blanket. Or sit down all the way to the mat. Let your feet go straight back if you can. If you can. Yeah. That's it. So much fun. Breathe. Just for a few moments. Breathe there. This is a hero pose. Okay? Pull the belly in, straighten up through the spine here. If you can remove the block and come down, that's okay, or not. Okay, this is where you would head to. And yeah, nice. But still try to get your toes to go back and tuck them under if you can. Breathe here. This is hero pose. And so you can lean back a little bit into the hands and stretch the quads. Only go back as far as it feels okay to you. If you can make it down to your elbows, maybe. Open up your heart. Stretch those quads. Shoulders away from your ears. How you doing? Yeah? Okay. And when you're, some people like to lay all the way down on the floor right here. Okay? So that might be a goal for you. I don't do that just yet. But then start to walk your hands up again and bring yourself back up to seated. And then very mindfully, we're going to bring one foot forward, straight out, and then bring the other one forward, straight out. Okay? Yeah. Shake them out. And then up and down the IT band here. So we know everything's flowing nicely. Feels good. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Take the arms high. And on an exhale, we're going to come forward. Try to keep the arms back and keep your chin lifted and lifted as you lengthen out. And then your hands are going to come down to wherever they come down, either to your feet or to your shins maybe, or ankles, wherever they get to. And then let your head hang. Stretch out the low back here. This is another complete back body stretch. Breathe into it. The hamstrings should be feeling pretty good right about now, I hope. We worked them the whole practice, pretty much. See if they have a little more stretch to them. And then as you're ready, start to walk the hands back, up the legs, until you're up to seated once again. From here, let's take the left foot, pick it up, and cross it over, and stand on it. See if you can pull it up maybe by your thigh, or wherever it will go for you. And then bring the knee mid-body and lift your heart into the knee. Just lift right up into that. Now breathe here. Lift the top of the head high. Good. And then you take the left hand behind you. I think you might be on the other foot. No, you're not. Take your right arm high and see if you can drop the elbow on the outside of your knee. Yeah. And then pick your heart up, lengthen the spine, and then twist. Take a nice deep twist. Oh, yeah. This is very good for your inner organs. Your spine likes this a lot. If the elbow on the knee doesn't work, you just hold the knee with your hand and pull it around. Whatever works best for you. Lift up high, straight spine. Breathe. And then as you come around to the front, we're just going to undo that one, take it out and shake it. And then we'll put the right foot across. Pull it up as high as you can. And then bring the knee center body and then lift your body up to meet your knee as best you can. Just sit up high. Breathe. And then this right hand will go back as a kickstand for you. Try not to lean into it, but just have it there to hold you up. And then this left arm comes high, and you'll drop the elbow on the outside of that right knee. Lift the spine high and twist. Woo! Breathe into this. A healthy spine loves a good twist. Good. And when you're ready, you'll release that. Just come back around to the front, shake out these legs, and we're going to come down now to Shavasana. So, we're going to come flat to the mat. You can pull your knees in if you like. Rock and roll side to side. Make sure your low back is okay. Give it a little massage. And then the legs go flat out, straight. Separate them comfortably and allow the feet to just splay out to the sides. Walk your shoulder blades a little bit underneath your back so that you don't have any pointy things poking into your back. Allow your arms to be comfortably away from the torso, palms up. Close your eyes and relax your body. Let it get heavy. Feel your feet relax and your ankles. Relax through the shins and the thighs, the knees, the hips and the glutes. Relax. Relax through your belly. Relax through the heart center, out your arms, up and down the spine. Relax. Let your breathing come back to its normal rhythm. find your natural rhythm and be with that. Stay with you. Think of one thing that you're grateful for. Put that in your heart. Relax through your rib cage. Relax through the lumbar spine. Your face relaxed. Put a little smile on your lips. And your muscles will all relax immediately. Begin to bring your attention back to your breathing. Very gently rock your head side to side. Put some movement into your fingers and toes. Start to wake the body up. Maybe take a deep stretch, arms overhead. Stretch the body out long, so you're waking up in the morning. And then bend your knees in and roll yourself over to your right side or your left, whichever works for you. Be there for just a couple of moments. Relax. And when you're ready, continue rolling until both hands can help you up to an easy seated position. Let your head be the last thing to come up. Yeah. And then bring your hands together at your heart center. Touch the thumbs right into the sternum. Take a deep inhale. Drop your shoulders down your back and bow your head. Scan your body. See how you're feeling right now. And thank yourself for being here today. Oh, thank you for moving my body. It feels so good. I firmly believe that yoga is one of the best things you can do for yourself. And you will get out of it whatever you put into it. So breathe into that with a big thank you. And then send out your love and thoughts and prayers to the people on this planet that are suffering right now. Send them your highest vibration for peace and love and compassion. Thank you. The divine light within me honors the divine light within you. Namaste. Thank you very much. Lift it up. Yay for Monday. You did it. Oh. Thank you. Nice to see you both.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Oh, and it looks like I had someone on Zoom, I hope. See ya. Ah, there you are. Thank you. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Great
I
class.
hope good. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so
Have
much.
fun,
Be
okay?
well. See you next
See you
time.
next time.
Bye.
Bye. Excellent.